warm up. Here we go. So we're going to tackle a loading workout today, and we're going to really emphasize calves. So, and I'll tell you for good reason why. We're going to do some arm stuff as well, and I'm going to go show you weighted and non-weighted workouts because I know a lot of people have shoulder issues, and sometimes you shouldn't put a lot of weight when you're going to do certain moves with your arms. Okay, with that, let's go. So we're going to get going. I hope it's kind of a rainy day. So even though it's a rainy day, it takes us a while to get going. So we will probably see people popping on here in just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is situate my chair so that I'm going to work in this diagonal way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to do a sit to stand, and then I have my pad right here, my pillow pad, you know, my little disc. I'm pretty sure you can see me all the way to the floor. So that's how you want to situate it. So you're going to go sit. See how I'm just sitting in the chair. So before you get up in this part of the warm up, that we're going to go, I see some more people coming on. Hi, y'all. So do a chair and do a little disc in front of you. Okay. So my shoulders are down. I'm going to either help myself to start with my hands and stand up, and then I'm going to step 1 foot on the pad. When I go 1 foot on the pad, I'm going to take the swing leg and I'm just going to bend the knee. See back there like that? And then I'm going to go tap and I'm going to come up and down. And then I'm going to go step back, step back. Now I'm going to do it with the opposite one. So here I'm going to go, and I can bring my hands like this, and I can go sit. So I'm wide. I'm going to drop my shoulders, and I'm going to push into the heel. Now this time, I'm going to step up with the other foot. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the pillow or the disc or whatever you're stepping on. Let's say you don't feel comfortable stepping on anything because it's too wonky. Then don't step on anything. Just step out and then go pull, come up, tap down, come up, and step off. See that? I'm going to do that another couple of times. Hi there, everybody. I see you. Step wide. When you're on your way down in this portion of the program, this is our warm-up. Step wide. Don't just plop down. Push your butt back. Come all the way down. Fit into that chair. Come back up. Now you're going to step with the other leg. We're only going to do this a couple times. See how I'm stepping? I'm going to curl. Then I'm going to step up and over, up and back. Then I'm going to go wide into the chair. See, my chair is right there. There's my target. I'm not just going to go down. I'm going to hang out here for just a second. And then as I shift into my heels, I will sit down. Okay? Drop my chin. Big breath in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to step up. Now I'm going to step with that other leg. So it's opposite. So before I do anything right here, I'm only going to just curl. See? Then I step up and over. Then I step up and back down. Okay? It's a very functional kind of a stepping pattern. Okay? There's my target right there. So it means I got to hang my butt back over the cliff, so to speak, so that I hit my target. See that? Otherwise, I'm going to go to the floor. Okay, one more on each leg. Here we go. Pull into the heels. Come up. Opposite step. You're going to pull, curl. Then you're going to pull it up and over. Up and back to stepping so that you can do a sit down. That's my daughter. She thought I was having trouble. And I sit down. Okay, last one. Here we go. You ready? Pull. So here's what I would, if I had a nice magic wand, I would have you just hesitate each step of these little tasks and think, what is my body position? Okay. Then I'm going to step back. I'm going to step wide. I'm going to push my butt back on purpose. I'm going to go down and hold on purpose. And then I'm going to come down. Okay. Now I'm going to get my calves a workout today. In order to do that, see what I just did? I pulled that little pad right back here and I put my heels right here on the pad. Okay, we're just getting going here. I'm going to do a window washer with my feet. Are you ready? First of all, I'm going to open at my hip. So I'm going to open so this kicks in. Then I'm going to keep my knees right here and I'm going to go out and then I'm going to go in. So it's like a window washer. See, with my feet out and in like that. Okay. Just like that. Out and in, out and in, out and in. Just like that. You do it a couple of times. But here's the deal. While you're working your ankle, you are prepping and warming up and contracting these muscles right here in the front of your legs, and right now minimally in the back, okay? But I'm pulling the toe up as I go out and in, out and in, out and in. So open back, keep my tummy tight. Yeah, tummy tight. Open out, open in. Then I'm going to go point, flex, point, flex. Here's the deal. Lots of you have had ankle, plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, whatever problems with your feet. Now see what I'm doing? I'm doing a point flex. My knees are bent. I'm open just a little bit. Okay. Woo, excuse me. I don't have COVID. I just had a tickle in my nose. Here we go. See this? See how I'm open back? I am waking up this whole core. Drop my shoulders. I'm going to turn my neck, not fast. Okay? Correct. Open back, kick in, point, flex, point, flex. It's like you're putting the gas pedal on. Turn. Don't do your neck fast. You're turning. Okay? You're turning once in response to like 3 or 4 of the toe presses. Okay? Keep this open. Say rib cage up. Turn that chin. Turn that chin. Turn the chin. Okay? Then you bring it back down. Then you go toe. Then you go heel. Then you go toe. Then you go heel. Okay? Now we're going to stand up. We're going to step up. Okay? So I'm going to pick up a light weight, very light weight, because now we're ushering on into the second part of our program today. So my light is usually 6 pounds. This is 3 pounds. So when I say light, I mean light. Okay? We're just going to get a pattern going. All right? So I'm up here on my little pad, and I'm going to put one heel down until I feel the stretch. Okie dokie. I'm going to go out to the side like a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to go tap. Then I'm going to switch this whole thing. So this is not to be done fast and willy-nilly. I'm trying to get you to really get your calf, ankle, shoulders, core, everything warmed up, neck. So my toe is on the edge. I'm going to drop my heel and I'm going to feel the stretch in the calf. As I do my curls to the side, then I'm gonna go front. So I'm gonna do 1 or 2, both directions. Then I'm gonna go turn. And I'm gonna go right here. See this? I don't go straight up. I just take and I like act like I'm gonna put little horns on my head. I know, some of you think I already have them, don't you? No, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna put them on there. Okay, then I'm gonna go down with my palm down. Don't turn that palm up. I'm still stretching here, stretching that calf. Then I'm gonna come up, switch. Go right here, get the ball of the foot on the edge, and then you drop down as you lean forward with the lower leg, okay? Then I'm gonna turn my weights out. I'm gonna go curl, just 2 or 3 times. Then I'm gonna come straight on, right to here, okay? Keep going. Then I'm gonna turn and come right here and go right there. See that? See, I don't wanna go any higher than that because I can come down here and I'm gonna go out just a bit. You don't have to straighten your arm here. Bring them right back up to that little horn position, yeah. Then go like this and just go out there like that. Yeah. Then when you come in this time, you're gonna come forward like a hinge. Then you're gonna go open. Then you're gonna step down. Then you're gonna switch. So 1 foot is up, 1 foot is dropping off the back of the pad. Go back to that little horny position. See? Bring it back down, just like that. Go out, come back in. This is extremely light. Okay, so for me, each hand is the lowest that can go on this particular weight configuration, which is 3. So I have 3 and 3. Okay, so here's the deal. You're holding yourself in a nice little stretch for the calf on one leg. But as you come in, some of you are thinking that you have to do this or you have to do this. No, the hand, the wrist, and the elbow come in together. And then you open, and you don't do it fast because when you get in here, you're tightening in your tummy, you're saying rib cage up. You want to get those elbows as close as you can and then hang out there for a minute. You know why? Because of what it does for mobility in your shoulders. That's right, your shoulders. Okay, bring it back up. Woo. Take a big deep breath. Yeah. Now we're going to do one more task to get our calves ready. Light weights. I'm going to step forward. Okay? Step forward at a pretty good step. Then I'm going to look back. I'm going to put that toe back there on the back, right there. Okay? So when you step off the front, again, we're on an unstable surface. If that's bothering you, get rid of it and just do this on the floor because we're in split stances. Okay, it's meant to be challenging. Don't do it on the pad if it's bothering you. So number 1, my foot goes off the back. Number 2, I step forward. And then I really push that heel down in the back. Okay? And if you can do it like this with a hand on a wall or a counter, that's another good modification. So I'm really pushing back here. Okay? Lightweight, bend the elbows. And when I bend the elbows, it makes my shoulders go back and down. Okay? Then I can safely bring it up here and up here and up here and up here. Yeah, don't throw the elbow. Don't throw the elbow. You do not have to get your elbow super up there. In fact, I want your elbow down a little bit because I want your arm bent. Okay, so now I'm going to step back onto my little pillow. See that? And again, if the unstableness bothers you, don't do this on the pillow. Just do it on the floor. Okay, so there I put my heel hanging off the back. See that? Tight tummy, say rib cage up, drop my shoulders, soften my back knee a little. Then I'm gonna step forward. Okay, I take a big step forward and I try to keep putting my heel down and back. This is a big stretch type move, okay? Now I bring this arm up and I go right here to the forehead, see that? And then I turn and I go right here to the forehead. See that? So you might not want to do it too hard in case you hit yourself. I just want to barely touch that forehead. See that? Keep my chin down. Keep my tummy tight. I'm in a split stance. It's gonna throw you. Be ready for that. Make sure you're next to a wall. You can put your hand on a chair, a movable object, a counter, something like that. So see how I'm doing this? Yeah. Okay, you ready? Here we go. We're gonna come right here, and then we're gonna go right here. Again, this is a light, very light weight. Take a look at to where your elbow is. Bring her down, bring her down, bring her down. Okay, should have noticed, how does my shoulder feel whenever I come here? And then I'm gonna go right there. See, right back behind my ear. And my elbow is forward. Okay, then back down. Take a big deep breath. And get ready to move back. Okay, so I'm right here. I'm gonna go wide and wide. Now we're gonna do a little move that if you really want to do walking, hiking, dancing, gardening, whatever, a little better, pay attention to side motion and how your feet feels and how you step and where do you step. What do I mean by that? Okay, and then we're gonna get our arms going. So when I step down and I go sideways, many of us either do too much rotation outside of the foot or inside. At this point right here, I want you on all four corners of your feet. And some of you are gonna have to unroll because you've rolled and you rolled way out to the outside, okay? That's what happens. So now I'm gonna come here. This is, again, light weights, right? Here we're gonna go up, up. So I'm right here, check, check. Rib cage up, shoulders down, yeah. Soft knees. I'm gonna come down and step, step. Then I'm gonna go push, 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 push. Straight out, not up. I don't wanna go up on this. My stomach is super tight. If you're over rolling on your ankles, notice and pull those little suckers in. Breath, breath. Breathe in through your nose. Just a couple more. And come down. Step up and step up. Okay? Now we're gonna, instead of going out, we're gonna come right here. Okay? And a lot of people, when we do this move, are thinking only of their hand and elbow. Okay, when I step down, and I'm making sure I'm on all four corners of my feet, because this is working the outsides and insides of my ankles, the outsides and insides of my legs, hips, everything. Whenever I come up here now, this has to do with shoulders. Do not straight arm this. You straight arm this, that's a formula for disaster for your shoulder joint, especially when you have weight. Now we have a light weight, okay? See how I'm coming down and back and my elbows are what? Bent. Yes, they're bent. when I'm in this position, my elbow, my wrist, and my shoulder joint are in the same plane. That's kind of an important thing there. Now, when you do this, loosen up that grip. Some of you are just squeezing the snot out of that thing. Loosen it up a little bit, okay? See how I'm sit back? My tummy's in tight, chin is tucked, okay? I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna hold it here. I'm gonna come up, up. I'm gonna come down, down. I'm gonna come up, up. I am not going higher than my shoulder with my hands. That's kind of a mistake that a lot of people make. Now I want you to imagine something right now. Okay? Imagine that you have a very heavy weight in your hands, because you're going to in just a moment. Okie dokie. So correct whatever you need to correct in your movement patterning. So when you're in this position, ask yourself, are my shoulders down? My elbows soft? I'm no higher with my hand and elbow than my shoulder. Yeah. Big breath. One more. Hold, hold, hold. Yeah. And then come back down. So stepping in and out is a real important thing for ankles. Now we're going to do that again, and we're going to have some heavier weights. Also, for those of you who have any other kind of like movement challenges with your wrist, your arms, your shoulders, this whole thing can be done very well and with a great challenge by simply putting a little weight vest on. And I'm telling you, I know that Judy is on with me today, and she's getting ready for hiking in Switzerland. Let me tell you, if you are wanting to get ready for an event like that, start hiking with a weight vest. And you're saying, oh, I don't have a weight vest. Then go get you a little backpack that straps onto your waist. You want to anchor it at your waist. And if you will start hiking around your neighborhood with a weight vest on, a backpack on that's loaded, at least 10 pounds, wow, that hike in Switzerland, you will put everybody under with that because you'll be ready. Okay, are you ready here? So what did I pick up? I picked up a medium weight for me. So if you want to go up to just the 6, or if you want to do a 4 or whatever, that's up to you. Okay. So we're going to come up here again. I got my my 9 pounders. I have 9 pounders on me right here. Okay. I'm going to come up, tap, up, tap. But now what I'm going to do is step down, and then I'm going to push up. And then I'm going to step down. I'm going to push up. Now, a little tip. Here's a little trainer's tip. If you have challenged yourself to work on a non-compromising surface, means spongy, it's going to throw you. I am telling you, be ready. Because when you're doing this and you're pressing into that heel and you're coming up, it's going to throw you. Do not do this fast, okay? So I'm trying to get down into the deeper muscles, not only in your feet, not only in your calves, but all the way up the leg chain, okay? So I have a medium weight as I'm doing a perpetual motion. I'm stepping on here, I'm stepping back, I'm going back far enough that I have to really stretch, put my heel down. I don't just bounce off of this, okay? And come back, take a big breath, and come back, take a big breath, and come back, take a big breath, and come back. Now you're going to stay in one leg. I call it the post leg. So the post leg needs to be pretty close to the center of your pillow or disc, okay? So I'm going to just come down here like this, and I'm going to do just a series of very modified single leg squats. That's what this is, okay? But I'm doing it with 18 pounds that I'm going against. And I'm choosing to hold my weights right here in my hands. Okay, so it's a press up. You're gonna come all the way up and then come down into a semi-squat. Your butt needs to be pushing back. And this front leg is gonna be rocking and rolling. Okay, number one. Number two, if you're not careful, the minute you come down on that back leg, you tend to want to turn out like a duck because you're trying to get your balance. I don't want you to do that, okay? I want you to get your balance in other mediums and other parts of your body, okay? So stay with me, don't come off of it yet. See, my rib cage is super, super extended, and meaning it's up. And I'm pressing into that front leg. I just step down into a single leg squat, a very modified single leg squat. But then when I'm up right here, when I come up here, whoa, it's all front leg. See that? See how I'm just releasing the back leg just for a real quick second? Okay, keep my rib cage up, keep my chin tucked, really push, just two more, just two more. Breath, one more. And step down, okay? Take these weights, place them right on that disc, just like that, okay? Step wide, and you're gonna turn. This is a little intercept. If you were doing that correctly with me, you were really working your back extensors. Okay, now right now your tummy should be tight, your shoulders down, and you're just giving a little bit of a turn, a little bit of a pivot. Okay, just a little tiny bit of a lift of the heel. I'm not really moving my feet. Okay, and that's number one. But number two, I'm turning around my pole, okay, my imaginary pole that I have stuck right down through my spine, okay? Okay, now we're ready to go to the other foot. So I'm gonna go pick up my medium weights, all right? So I'm gonna come right here, pick up my medium weights. I'm gonna step that other leg right in the middle of my spongy disc, okay? And I'm gonna come down as if I were doing a squat. And then I come up and I put full pressure on that front leg because I do just not even moment, a second of a lift. When I'm doing that, I need to be into this front leg. Notice, every time I come down, I'm doing my squat, I'm displacing my weight load, but when I come up here, okay, and I release my toe, I'm all on the front leg, So it's here and back down. So when you're coming back down, keep that toe forward. Woo, take a breath. Open all those toes out. Don't scrunchy up your toes. Okay, rib cage up, shoulders down. Okay, so I'm doing this against 9 and 9. Okay, breath, tight tummy, breath. It's just a modified split leg squat is what this is. Okay, breath. When you come all the way up, Really put that weight on that front leg. Breath. Just two more, just two more, just two more. Take a breath. One more. Woo, and come back down. Then you're going to put your little weights right here on top, front of your legs. You're going to step in front of your chair. You're going to go into a full out, sit down, squat. See that? Okay. I'm not going to use my disc here, but I got my weights right here, right? So I am getting really warm. Take a big deep breath. So I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to put them down and I'm going to come back. So why did I do that? Okay, I did this kind of a move, and if I were with you, it would be to have a little extra movement. But the primary reason would be I want to see how you're bending forward. Okay, so in order to put my weights down right here, many of you round your back, and that's what starts you getting into trouble. So if you need to go wider with your legs, do that. Then you need to push your butt back really hard. You're going to grab the weights, and then you're going to come up, okay, with a very extended back. And if you are working through that whole back. Now, once I've come into there, I'm going to do a sit to stand. If this is difficult for you, if you have a lot of hip issues, etc., I would rather you do this with a modification than to not do it at all because it's too hard. So what's the modification? Simply take this little disc and sit your little butt on it, on the chair. It will raise you 2 inches. That is a huge amount when you're trying to maneuver weights like this. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here. I'm going to go up. I'm going to go out. In. I'm going to go push, 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 down. All the way down. Tap. Woo. Here we go. Back up. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to go out. Loosen your grip. Wave to me. Yeah. Okay. Then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In and down. See, right here. Yeah. And before we do it 2 more times, again, this is a pretty medium to heavy weight, okay? I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to bring it down. See that? Take this right here, bring it down, leaning in. See that? Keep my chin tucked. Then I'm going to go pull, pull. So I'm getting a little tiny bit of a turn. Not a lot. The same amount that you would get in your whole body is if you were hiking or walking or whatever. Do not cave with your knees. Don't come in here like this. Not right now. We're going to do something like that, but not right now. Okay? Breathing in through the nose. I'm going to lean in, bring her down, bring her up. See that? So it's breath, breath, breath. Extend the back by saying rib cage up. Breath, breath. So by doing this, like an arm swing when you're walking, you are getting a very natural, tiny bit of a turn through your rib cage, through your upper body. See that? I'm just going to keep going here because this is a medium, whatever medium to heavy weight is for you. Okay, so I have a 9 and a 9 right now. Take a breath, hang out here, open, shoulders down, wave to me. Okay, now you're going to come up, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 Yeah, just pump them up there. Just keep going. Breath, 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 breath. Now open, close, open, close, open, close, open, and close. Then come down, and you're going to have these weights right here at your waist. You're going to tuck your chin, okay? Don't drop your neck, just tuck your chin. Then we're going to go push back. Yeah. Come back in with your hands. Then you just push back. And as you're pushing back, you want to drop your shoulders. You come back in, push back. Breath. Come back in, push back. Come back in, push back. Just two more. Come back in, push back. One more. Back. Now hold it back there and just go pump, 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 pump. Just push, 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 and push. Put your weights down quickly. Bring your butt forward. Put your feet on the pad out in front of you. Drop your shoulders. Say ribcage up. Sneak your butt off that chair. And then act like you're gonna put it on, but then don't rest. Now, that said, if you need to rest, of course, do. But only rest if you're getting your form screwed up, or that's it for you. Okay, so drop your shoulders, sneak your butt off, and then come back up, but don't sit. See how I'm just sneaking it off? Breath. My elbows are pointing backwards. Don't rest on your butt. Just barely tap it up there. Drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. In through the nose, out through the nose. Breath. Breath. Just two more, just two more, just two more. Do it with me, do it with me. Here we go. One more, one more. Grab your weights, grab your weights. Get ready. Here we go. Up and up. Nice. Okay. Now I'm gonna step up on my pillow, but I'm gonna hang my little heels off of the pillow. Now this can get a little dicey, okay? And if you need to do this with no weight, absolutely put your weight down. Because now I've got my two heels off on the floor, right? And all I'm gonna do is bend my knees and then lift my heels. And I'm gonna try my best to lift my heels without displacing, trying to fight for my balance is the point. And without rolling significantly to the outside. So your toes are on your pillow, number one. Your knees are soft, number two. I have a medium weight here, number three. When I go to lift my heels, I keep my knees bent. That's the trick. Keep your knees bent and just really press in the toes. Bring those heels up. And you don't have to do it quick and punchy. I want you to squeeze that calf muscle. Yeah, I want you to squeeze it. So that means you're pressing into the fronts of those toes. Whoa. Keep your rib cage up. Press right into those toes. Breath. Keep your shoulders down. Breathing in through the nose. Keep hanging in there with me, you guys. Come on. I know you're feeling it in your calf. That's where it's supposed to feel it. Because if you think about your movements through your whole day, you have to do a lot of sit to stand. Well, us girls do. If we're going to go to the bathroom, right? So make it count for your quads. However, you're bending, you're doing all kinds of things. You're using your calf muscles a little bit. I'll guarantee you, if you're still doing this with me right now with a medium weight and you're really squeezing those calf muscles, You're feeling it. Okay, that's what I want. I want to get into the calf muscles because I want them to get stronger. I want them to have more endurance. Okay, and strength at the same time. So what does that mean? That means I have to actually overload them, which is what I'm doing right now. I can only take about 3 or 4 more. Stay with me. Breath, just 2 more, just 2 more. Bring those little heels up with your knees soft. Knees soft. Oh, okay, step back. Nice. Put your weights down. And all you have to do to counter that is step back. Push against a wall, whatever. Step in, step back. Make sure your toe is straight on. Put your hand on a chair, put your hand on a wall, whatever. Stretch that. Yes. Take a big deep breath. Okay. Turn out. Turn out. So anytime that you start getting calf discomfort, I call it a squeeze. You do not want a cramp. Simply do what we just did. That's number 1. Make sure your toe is forward. But number 2, move these. Number 2, simply put your toe up against a wall, a tree, a bench, a toe up like that. See that? And then just press in just like that. See that? See, it's just a press in, just like that. And you will stretch that calf back out, okay? See how I did that? Just curtsy, pull that toe up. So if you can really pull it up, that's the best. But if you can just get it up against a wall or a tree or anything, it will help stretch that calf back out. Okay. Good. Now we're going to take our weights. I'm going to change the weight. You may not want to. Okay. So what am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to go up. So I'm going to 12 and 12. Okay, dokie. So again, it's in the summer. And when you're doing workouts, I don't care if it's inside or outside, you have to be cognizant about the heat and the heat index and the humidity and all that. How's your fluid intake? How are you feeling? Okay, so while I'm getting you set up for all that, I want you to get your little disc and you're stepping up on your disc. And why do I want to work on this disc so much? Because the minute you put your foot up there, it's going to throw you. Yeah, it's going to make you think about how your proprioception is. Okay, so that's why I like working on these, even if I'm working with weights. Okay, so now I'm going to put my heel off the edge and I'm going to drop my toe down. Okay, see that? Just like that. Just like that. Just bring that toe down. And I'm going to do tapping. See that? So while I'm tapping, I want to just share the weight. I didn't do them both. That would be a little too precarious for us right now. Okay. I mean, if you want to try 2 of them at the same time, well, God bless you. Go ahead and do it, but be careful. See what I'm doing? I'm just tapping, bringing the toe up, down, up, down. So now what I'm going to do is change the way I'm holding my weights. Okay. While I'm doing this very weird tapping. See that? So what am I going to do? I'm going to put my weights right up here. So now I have 12 pounds and 12 pounds. And I'm doing this displaced type of a tap. So that means my knee is bent on both. It's very bent in the front because I want to get tapping going. See that? But it's bent on my supporting leg because I have to keep my balance. See that? So the first thing you're going to notice that you're going to be doing is you're going to scrunch your toes. Don't scrunch your toes here. See the foot that is on the pillow is trying to stay on all four corners. The foot that's in the front that's tapping, you're just on your heel, okay? So that's kind of that's a balance challenge right there, right? Okay, just a couple more taps. Yeah, I really want you to stay in this position for a bit. See, you're not just being stationary here. Your rib cage has to be up, and your foot, your ankle, is moving all over the place on this disc to keep you in this position. This is huge for stability in the hips, the knees, your back, and your foot. Okay, now we're gonna switch. So here I am. Before I go into it, I'm gonna keep my weights here just because it's feeling fine. I don't have any problem, okay? So you gotta keep your rib cage up here. All right. I'm gonna put my foot solid, straight on. Then I'm gonna sneak my toe down on the other one. Okay, so I'm on my heel. Now I have to bend the supporting leg, and I'm gonna really pull that front toe up quite a bit, okay? While I'm managing 24 pounds on my shoulders. So this kind of a move is a really good move, not only to train that tibialis anterior, that's the front muscles into the front, the shin bones, the shin muscles. See how I'm tapping? Yeah, it's right where you get those shin splints. Yeah. Or you have just sore muscles because you're not used to toe lifting. That's all hiking is. Let me remind you, it's toe lifting. So you better be good at it, right? So this is a perfect move to really get good at and spend, I would say, you know, I mean, I'm counting them kind of. Kathy could probably tell us exactly where we're at, but I'm trying to stay on here for at least a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You get the idea, yeah? So my hip is hinged, my knee is bent on both legs, just that the front one is tapping. My rib cage is up, breath, 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 breath. Stay in there just for, I don't know, 10 more taps. Let's just say that. Breath, hang in there, hang in there. Stay with me, stay with me. Breath. Okay, 4 more. Okay? Okay, and bring it back. And you should have felt that. Yeah, should have felt that getting into your calves. Now I'm going to keep these weights right here for just a second. I'm going to go back and forth, just like that. Then I'm going to go knee bend, heels. Now I'm on the floor. I don't have to worry about the sponginess. But here's what I don't want you to do. Do not hop. I want to squeeze into my calves. I want my quads squeezing. My rib cage has to stay up. So what do I mean? Okay, if I'm not thinking about it, I'll do the hop. See, this is hop. See, this is a hop. You're doing that with your body. You're not doing it with the calves. Bend your knees and really squeeze the calves to get them the heels up. That's what I mean by don't hop. Too many people do this and they totally bypass the calf muscles because they do that funny little cheater hop. And see, I know this because I know this from all my little slugs that I've learned from. Okay, all these bad habits, I know very well. Okay, don't hop, squeeze, push into the toes, squeeze the calf, and lift the heel with your knees soft, okay? Breath, breath, breath. Okay, bring one weight down at a time. Okay, now we're gonna do our fold. We're gonna go really wide. We're gonna come right here in the middle. We're gonna put those weights down. okay? So right down here, let's just think about it for a minute, just like this. And here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to just pick them both up and come up here like this. No, no, no. You are wide with your stance, right? I want to push my butt back. So rib cage up. As I go down straight on, but then I'm going to turn and I'm going to pick the opposite one up with the opposite hand. Then I'm going to go down, and when I'm down fully, that's when I turn and I get the other one and I bring it right here. Then I'm going to come down, put one down across my body, put one down across my body. Now, I have a lot of very efficient people. You know, we always want to do something. Well, how's it most efficient? Well, of course, if we go down and we stay here, that's for one reason, but I want you to go down and come all the way up. You ready? In through the nose, out through the nose. I want to soften my knee, hip hinge, come down first, then turn, grab, and come up. Okay? Now, push the butt back, go down all the way, then turn, grab, and come up. Yes. Push the butt back, all the way down, then place one across your midline, come all the way up, push the butt back, go all the way across the midline, come up, and come back. Take a big breath. So I'm doing this with, again, 12 and 12, okay? Now, I don't want to do a whole bunch at that leg. So I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to change the weights. I'm going to go up, okay? So I'm going to go push, grab, across, come up. Go all the way down, straight down, straight down, straight down. Now turn, grab, and come up, okay? Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go up in my weight, okay? So here I am again. And now I'm going to do it a little differently yet. My feet are going to be straight on, okay? But now you understand how to do the turn. What you should glean from this is a back safety tip, which is do not be lifting while you're in the midst of turning, okay? You come down neutral, then you turn, put that weight down, and come back up. See that? That's number one. Number two, and this is a hard one, because a lot of you don't even realize you're doing it. You come down fine. You even turn fine. But what you don't do is go into your heels to get the squat. Because you know what you do? You put your weight down and your butt's in the air. See that? I want your butt down. So if I were with you doing this move, I'd be standing here, putting my hand right here and saying, push your butt down. Got it? Okay, we're going to do this about 4 times. Are you ready? Yeah? Woo! All right. Here we go. Push the butt back. See, my feet are just shoulder width. They're not wide right now. Push the butt back. Drop in your chin. Now push down. Get down. Now turn. Grab it. And you're ready to come up. Okay? Push the butt back. Go down, down, down. Now get your butt down. Get your butt down. Now turn. And come up. Got it. Now that we have the load, we're going to go down and we won't turn. We'll just go down because I want you to concentrate. Getting that butt down. Even into a curl. Get down into the drops. Come back. Push into the heels and come up. Yes! So I'm doing this with 30 pounds. Here we go. Big breath. Push your butt back. Big breath. Come all the way down. Now drop your butt, not your head. Drop your butt. Breath. Come back. Okay. We're going to do it 2 more times. We're going to hold it down. Breathe in through the nose. Out. Here we go. Down, down, down. Right down there. Into the heels. Into the heels. Then you're going to do a little tap, 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 tap. Drop your butt. Big breath. Drop your butt. Big breath. Tap, tap, tap. Drop your butt. And come back. I can tell you're loving this. Okay. Get your breath. When you're down there, do not hold your breath. Okay? You ready? Push your butt back. Here we go. Get you down. Get your butt down. You're holding here. You don't have to tap it out, but you can. I want you to keep your butt down. Breath. Breath. Drop your butt. Go into the heels. Breath. Breath. And come back up. Nice. We got one more. Take a big breath. If you don't want to do it with weights, don't do it with weights. Here we go. Drop. Heels, 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 heels. And now I'm just going to punch. Drop your butt. Punch. Drop your butt. And come up. Nice. Put those right down there. Okay. Check out your hands. Check out your hands. Okay, now we're going to keel back. And we're going to go back down, not to light. Or we're going to go back down to a 9. What's a 9? Well, I say for me, that's like a medium load. Okay, so whatever's medium for you. And for people with shoulder issues, you know, you may do this with no weight. No weight, all right? Because you have shoulder issues, okay? So I'm gonna step up on my little pillow, my little pad. This is how we started today. If you remember, with extremely light weights. So now I have a 9, all right? So this is why I spend so much time trying to line you up, even though you might say, oh, you know, it's not important for me, I'm not using any weights. That would not be correct. So now I'm going to come up with this medium weight right here. See that? See how my elbow's pointing forward? Then I'm going to bring this one up, just like that, okay? Then I'm going to open like that. Then I'm going to soften my knees and really stay rib cage up, okay? Then I'm just going to bring my elbow right here. Then I'm going to bring it back up. This is a medium weight. See, so if you're going to have a lightweight, that's something. Got to be careful with how you're loading through those shoulders, all right? Your shoulders don't have any bony attachments, okay? They're locked into your rib cage. Yeah. Take a big breath. They're only held in there with soft tissues, okay? Collagen, fascia, fascial lining, ligaments, tendons. That's why so many people have so many troubles. So you got to be careful. See, I'm holding this. This is a lot. It's on my shoulders. Take a breath. Now I'm going to release it and come back down. See that? So I'm going to come here and I'm going to come back. See how I'm using my whole body? Boom. Back. 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 Back to the shoulders. Here we go. See, I'm right here at my ears. I'm right here at my ears. Then it comes to my shoulders. My knees are soft. Duh. And back. Ah. And back. Ah. And back. Just two more. One more. And back. And back. Yeah. You should have felt that, even though it was a medium weight. Rack. Rack your little weights. Shake out those hands, just like that. Okay. Here's one of my final tips and today we worked calves. We focused on calves a lot, even though to get to the calves, we had to do a lot of other stuff, right? If you want to help your legs and you're looking at hiking, biking, gardening, don't start moving around until you've gotten your gluteals and your hamstrings firing. How do you do that? You put your foot back and you squeeze your butt. Now, hip lifts, where you're laying down on the floor and you're lifting your hips off the ground, that's a great way. But this is also a good way. So see, I can go pull, and then I go straight, and I tighten up my gluteal, and I lift with my gluteal. Now here is one of those other sticking moves. Why is it a sticking move? Switch your legs, look at the other side, bend the front leg, drop your shoulders, pull that leg up. You notice the word, pull, see? Many people who try to do this move do this. And they just sling it up and they never fire their hamstrings or their gluteal. So put your foot back there, squeeze the hamstring, do a few contractions, and then go straight. Bend the knee again, rib cage up, drop your shoulders, pull with your gluteal really firing. Do not throw your leg up. That does not help anything with firing your big muscles. Then don't ignore that calf. Roll from the toe into the heel, and then bend that knee just a little. Straight, and then bend. See that? The stretch moves. The stretch moves from the calf to the soleus. The soleus is just another muscle under the calf. And you get into the soleus when you bend your knee and you keep your heel down. Drop your shoulders. Take a big deep breath. Stretch that. Then you come back. Take the other leg back. Bend that knee down. And then go straight with it. Bend the knee. Then go straight. Bend the knee. And go straight with it. Okay? Then you're going to come off of there. And so when you're hiking, especially, or walking, if you're on your feet a lot and you're walking around your yard, your neighborhood, standing in a waiting line, release the butt, put your hands back here and push your hip bones forward while you drop your chin so that you open these very tight hip flexors and you open through the back, okay? Then you just rotate, bend your knees, and you come out of it. You can hold that move a lot. Give yourself a big old hug. And when you do the hug, put your hands like this. Now drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders and take the back of the head back as you drop your chin and drop your shoulders. And just hang out here for a second, or two or three. And then release and bring them down. Shake them out. So I wanted to show you some techniques to strengthen up your legs, especially your calves. They're very important.